On day 3, once again, we started early from Hotel Mirabel, and we had a lot many places to cover. Our first destination was Ratnagiri Monastery. Ratnagiri Buddhist site was likely established no later than the reign of Gupta king Narasimha Baladitya in the first half of 6th century and flourished until the 12th century. The main construction of the surviving part of Monastery 1 was under the rule of the Buddhist Bhaumakara dynasty, whose capital was nearby at Jajpur, although no inscription records patronage at Ratnagiri was by the dynasty. During excavations at the Buddhist site, there are a basic seals within the legend with the legend Sri Ratnagiri Mahavihara Samagra Arya Bhikshu Sangharshya. A total of 1386 clay seals were found, which actually helped in finding out the name of Ratnagiri. Ratnagiri Buddhist site is a big ruined Buddhist site and monastery located on a hill between Brahmani and Birupa rivers in Jajpur district. Together with Ratnagiri and Udayagiri, the sites produce what is known as the Diamond Triangle. As I am writing on this page on 21st of January 2025, while my visit was almost around 2 years back at this place, I am seeing an article online that excavations are ongoing at this site and even today artifacts are being unearthed here. Believed to be constructed between 5th century CE onwards, with the last work found belonging to around 13th century, the artifacts constructions here are believed to be at the peak of development sometime between 7th and 10th century. The first major excavation at this site took place around 1960 when many sculptures and monasteries were found. The excavation on the site has revealed the traces of a grand Buddhist establishment comprising a stupa, monastic complexes, shrines, votive stupas, numerous sculptures, architecture fragments, and museums that can easily match up with Nalanda from Bihar. The remains of the Ratnagiri Buddhist site are a testimony of the architectural brilliance by the bygone era, be it the monasteries, main stupa, Buddha statues, votive stupas, commemorative stupas, all the elaborately carved rooms. The architectural craftsmanship is of the highest order. While Monastery 1, which is the biggest monastery of the site, has ornately carved doorways, big open courtyard sanctum having Lord Buddha, two beautiful figures of Vajrapani and Padmapani at either sides, a ground floor with 24 cells, with originally believed to having almost 2 floors. The remaining 2 monasteries are comparatively much smaller. The second monastery merely comprising of a ground floor with 18 cells, and the third monastery having a single floor with only 3 cells. The main stupa of Ratnagiri lies at a short distance from Monastery 2. It is by far the highest point of this place, where this 17 feet high stupa can be seen, and as per archaeological evidence, it is believed to have been built in the 9th century. Originally situated at the top of a Buddhist stupa, the 15th century Mahakala temple present has now been shifted down the hill beyond the main stupa. The site is a historian's paradise in terms of studying the vast Buddhist legacy and relics spread all around. If you are in Jajpur, this site along with Udayagiri and Lalitagiri are a must visit. From Ratnagiri, we next move to the Buddhist site of Udayagiri, which is around 5 kilometers, also part of Diamond Triangle. Udayagiri is the largest Buddhist complex in the Indian state of Odisha. It is composed of major stupas and monasteries or viharas. As for epigraphical artifacts found at the site, Udayagiri's historical name was Madhavapura Mahavihara. The Buddhist complex preceded by Ratnagiri and Lalitagiri sites with their monasteries is believed to have been active between 7th and 12th centuries. The artifacts found here indicated a strong Vajrayana sect of Buddhism in these parts. These include the unearthing of female bodhisattvas like Tara, Aparajita, etc. Many beautiful artifacts and sculptures have been moved out of here. Talking about the history of the site and excavations, the earliest excavations at the site started around 1958 when Site 1 was first excavated in the depression between two valleys. In the excavations done between 1985 and 86 and 1989 to 90 at the Udayagiri Site 2, the antiquities exposed consisted of a Buddhist monastic complex enclosed within a compound wall, including a stupa of 7 meters 20 feet height with 4 images of Dhyani Buddhas fixed at its 4 cardinal points. On the basis of this epigraphical evidence, archaeologists have inferred that this site is Madhavapura Mahavihara. During the large excavation from 1997 to 2000, a second part of Udayagiri 2 was discovered with additional stupas and monasteries. These antiquities consist of 2 8th century monastic complexes, statues of Buddha, Tara, Manjushri, Avalokiteshwara, Jatamukhata, Lokeshwara, and many terracotta earthenware seals. A step stone well with epigraphic inscriptions has also been discovered. Also seen near one of the entry gates at the site is a human figure swinging on a rope with eyes closed in a state of perfect happiness. Artifacts have been unearthed as late as between 2001 and 2004 too. Architecturally, the Mahastupa at Udayagiri 1, Madhavapura Mahavihara, was restored from just a mound of bricks. The entire Mahastupa is on a raised platform accessible via 10 steps on the eastern side. The brick structure has niches on its wall in all 4 cardinal directions, bearing different forms of Buddha, all of them behind steel grills. On the eastern side is seated Buddha in Padmasana, sporting Bhumi Sparsha Mudra. The right hand seems to touch the floor Bhumi, the left hand in the Dhyana Mudra. Perhaps Buddha as Akshobhya is depicted here. It is said that this mudra represented the actual moment of enlightenment. 2 bodhisattvas, Manjushri and Padmapani aka Avalokiteshwara, accompany on either side of the couple of Gandharvas from the heaven showering flowers. The stupa is not exactly hemispherical. The area between 2 niches are a bit of extended, perhaps to provide more stability. There is some area around stupa of circumambulation, parikrama or pradakshina. Monastery at Madhavapura Mahavihara lies about 50 meters west of Mahastupa and was in greater ruins. The right hand side trail while returning from Udayagiri 1 takes us to Udayagiri 2. That is the second part of excavation was done recently as 1997 to 2002. Unfortunately, we could not visit the same. that brings me to the end of part 3 of episode 1. I hope you are enjoying the video series to the fullest. Please keep waiting for the next part, and do watch it also.